9 beautiful and fascinating castles and palaces. Neuschwanstein Castle, Germany. Neuschwanstein Castle is the epitome of a fairy tale castle, with its fairy tale-like architecture and tall turrets. It began construction in 1869 for Louis II of Bavaria during the Romantic era but remained unfinished when he passed away in 1886. Despite delays caused by the defeat of Bavaria and alliances, Neuschwanstein became Ludwig's greatest achievement. The stunning spire and picturesque forest setting of the castle make it Germany's most photographed building, attracting 1.3 million visitors each year. It has modern conveniences. While Ludwig was unable to enjoy it, Neuschwanstein's legacy lives on in the Disneyland Castle, which was inspired by its design. The Potala Palace, China. The Potala Palace was the winter palace of the Dalai Lama from its beginnings in the 7th century. Known as the Jewel of the Himalayas, is located 3,700 meters above sea level on top of Marberry Hill, which rises 130 meters above the Lhasa Valley. It's an architectural triumph measuring 400 meters east-west and 350 meters north-south, with the palace itself stretching another 170 meters above that. The massive stone walls are 3 meters thick, and copper was poured into the foundations to make them earthquake-proof. It has a total of 13 stories and over 1,000 rooms, as well as 10,000 shrines and a staggering 200,000 statues. The palace is divided into 2 main buildings, the Red Palace and the White Palace, which were built at different times. The 5th Dalai Lama ordered the construction of the Patrang Kapo, or White Palace, in 1645, and it was finished by 1648. Himeji Castle, Japan. Comprising a network of 83 buildings and many advanced defensive systems from the feudal period, Himeji is considered the finest preserved example of typical Japanese castle architecture. The massive complex of buildings that surrounds it stretches across the plains, a citadel of well-preserved structures interwoven with several lines of defense. The castle is also known as the White Heron Castle due to its stunning and brilliant white exterior, as well as its suggested resemblance to a bird in flight. The castle, built at the start of the Shogun period, is almost all wood, and the Japanese were the supreme artists of architecture and design. The interior's minimal contrast with the exterior's grandeur, featuring multiple layered roofs which extend high above the city line below. Alnwick Castle, England. Alnwick Castle is famous for its appearances in Harry Potter and other films. It served as Hogwarts in the Philosopher's Stone broomstick lesson scene and featured in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Downton Abbey, and more. It is chosen by filmmakers because of its excellent preservation and historical significance. After Windsor Castle, it is Britain's second largest stately home, with beautiful gardens spread across its vast grounds. Predjama Castle, Slovenia. Predjama Castle, located in south-central Slovenia, is the world's largest cave castle, according to the Guinness World Book of Records. It stands 123 meters tall, perched on a rock face, and linked to Slovenia's Postojna cave system. Arazim Lugar, a rebellious knight known for his robberies from his mountain hideout, owned the castle. Lugar faced a year-long siege ordered by the Holy Roman Emperor while seeking refuge in the castle in the 15th century after assassinating Marshal Poppenheim. Unbeknownst to the besiegers, the castle's extensive network of tunnels allowed Lugar to bring in fresh food in secret. Today, Predjama Castle retains its mischievous personality and stands as a testament to the determination and resilience of its builders, who crafted it from mountainside stone. Palácio de Penha, Portugal. The Palácio de Penha, located 300 meters above sea level in the Serra da Sintra, is regarded as one of the pinnacles of European Romanticist architecture. It is intentionally a mix of many different types of world architecture, a truly exotic and eclectic design set in extensive gardens with over 2,000 different plant species. The path to the castle from the foot of the hills feels like a path through a rainforest, with the radiating heat from the rock of the hill combining with the natural springs of the hills to form a highly fertile soil and environment suitable for the most exotic of plants. The long winding path that royal guests took to the palace is laced with statues and grottos until you reach the foot of its grand entrance, a beautiful piece of European architecture. Mont Saint-Michel, France. This 8th century fortress monastery is built at sea and is only accessible on foot at low tide. It was nicknamed Saint Michel in peril of the sea because of the fast rising tide, which reached heights of 14 meters and posed a risk to those crossing the sand flats. Tourists have drowned while attempting to cross the river. A causeway was built in the 1880s and later converted into a road for safe passage. Despite its perilous location, the Mont remained unconquered during the 100 Years' War. It was a prison under Louis XI before becoming a pilgrimage site again. The commune, which has 60 buildings on its hillside and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracts millions of visitors each year. Arghibam, Iran. Arghibam is an ancient fortified citadel. It's not just a fort, but a massive fortified city complex. Measuring 180,000 square meters and with 7-meter-tall walls and hundreds of buildings beneath its central palace. It is an amazing place to visit, especially considering its age, with origins dating back to the Achaemenid period, 6th to 4th centuries BC, and beyond. Its sandy form is formed by compacted mud layers and clay bricks that have been well preserved over its 2,000-year existence. Our Jobim system of underground canal irrigation is extremely advanced, with its ancient air conditioning system. Hunyad Castle, Romania. The blood-red rooftops of this massive, unmistakably Gothic castle may help identify it as the castle where Dracula, or Vlad the Impaler, officially Vlad III of Wallachia, was imprisoned for 7 years. It is a true Gothic masterpiece, with Renaissance architecture later incorporated into its Gothic hide. It gradually deteriorated and was severely damaged in a fire in 1854, but it was lovingly rebuilt to retain its Gothic roots.